Hello, my name is Nelson Letsweni. I am a financial planner and I am an author of books. And I work with Mwedi Financial Training and Mwedi Publishing. And right now we are in Mwedi Studios. And our studio today is here to introduce you to one of the other books that I have written that talk about the trap of other people's money. That's the book right here, The Trap of Other People's Money. Now, some of this material was included in the book, The Money Field. You can see it right there on the shelf. The Money Field has a little bit of those portions of these books, of the material here. But I took it out of there as a separate book so that you can be able to engage with it on a separate scale. Now, the trap of other people's money. One of the first questions we ask in the book is, why do people want to put their money in your pocket? What's in it for them? Why is it that the lending institutions are so eager to have you come borrow money from them? Of course, it is their business. And because it is their business, you need to understand when you get into someone else's business who is going to profit, to figure out how it affects you. When we talked about the money field, we talked about people on your field. And so some of the people that we invite in our money field is people that lend money out. So when you think about debt, there's always going to be a debt strategy that is important for you to consider. Now, the debt strategy will involve you knowing what debt is all about. Now, the book covers a number of things. First, we looked at the tools of debt, which means the products that are used to get money into your pocket. That may be a credit card, or an overdraft facility, or a personal loan, or a car loan, a mortgage loan, or a store card where companies that sell stuff give you a card and say you can take stuff on credit, and of course hire purchase contracts that we get involved in as well. So these are the tools that we use to be able to get into debt. So the book goes into some details, a little bit of detail, to understand the different tools, the different products of debt that you can be able to engage. Now, another thing that's very important to understand is a subject called your borrowing capacity. When you borrow money and you are able to borrow money, it's because you have a capacity to repay. So lenders don't just give money out unless you have that capacity to repay. So your pay slip is one of the most important assets that you need to be able to guard and protect, because if you use it for a wrong kind of debt, you could be in debt for a long time. Now, another important part that you need to consider, we look into the book, we look at the 4 elements of debt. Now, the 4 elements of debt start with the amount of money that you borrow, and then we go on, because they are so related, we look at the installment, the interest, and time. So the 4 elements is the amount you are going to borrow, the interest you're going to pay, the amount of time you're going to take, but of course, the installment, which so many of us sometimes get stuck on. So if you find that your installments are too high, too many people are quick to say, let me consolidate my loans so that my installment can come down. And your installment may come down, but remember, you cannot divorce it from the other 3 elements of debt, which is time and interest. And so every time you make a debt strategy, it is very, very important for you to figure out how all 4 elements are affected. There is no way you can make a debt strategy without considering all 4 elements. If you do that, you do it at your own peril. If you just say, but my installments are so high, I want them down, you must understand that when they come down, something else is going to go up. And more often than not, it is time. Now, if you are dealing with, for example, a debt that could have taken you 3 or 6 months to get out, but you consolidate it at that moment and you send it out to the future where you're going to be repaying it for 72 months. You must understand that not only have you increased time, but you have increased the amount of money you are going to pay as a result of the amount of time that went up. So a financial planner is very, very important in your life when you're dealing with debt. So this book will help you to be able to understand. So the 4 elements of it, any single time that you are dealing with debt, you cannot deal with any one of these things in isolation. You can't just deal with installments in isolation without thinking about time, about the amount of money you're going to end up paying back, and of course the interest. Now, even if the interest you are getting on your new loan is so much more better than the previous one, but if you err on the time factor, you're going to end up paying a whole lot more than you would have paid had you stayed with that old interest. So debt management strategies are very, very important because we involve people who lend money out into our money game. It is very, very important to understand how their strategies are going to affect us. So this book helps you with understanding that, and it's very important if you are dealing with debt to get it and to understand your debt strategies. My name is Nelson Letswedi. Yes, I've written this book and many other books as well, and these books are all available on Amazon.com. You can get the hard copy of this book or the Kindle version of the book, and of course engage with us on our social media platforms. Our Facebook page is Money Skills with Nelson Letswedi, or our company Facebook page is Moedi Financial Training. And of course you can send us an email at nelson@moedi.net, or you can send us an email at 101silverline@gmail.com. And of course our Twitter handle is at Nelson Letswedi, and contact us at our office is 3905335. Contact us and let us continue to talk about your money because it matters to you. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye now.